So in my More Admor Hazaken, Shir Hashirim, Ksuvim Beis, in the second Reach Shmanecha Maimer, he brings some ideas that touch on the fruits that we eat Rosh Hashanah. It's not in context, but he seems to mention them. First of all, it has to do with Elginas Egos Yaradati. I went down to the walnut orchard. And the concept of the walnut is that its shell grows first, and it's hard, and inside of it is the fruit, not a seed, but the fruit. And you have to crush it in order to get to the seed. And it represents the concept of the Ahava Mesoteres, the concept of the hidden love that just like a piece of wood that doesn't light the flame. The Zohar HaKadosh says you have to break up that piece of wood in order so that the flame will catch. So the same thing, it's a concept of tshuva, it's a concept of breaking oneself. But we don't eat egos on Rosh Hashanah, is the interesting thing. But we do eat some other things. And he says like this, that a te'ena and the geffen, the Jewish people are compared to a te'ena and a geffen. So where do we see that? It says, te'ena bibikura matzasi ezavosechem. The pasuk in Navi, that I found your forefathers like a bikurim of fig, and I picked it, and that was the first fruits. That was your forefathers, that I found them to be a special, precious fruit ready for the picking. And the other thing we're compared to is the geffen. Geffen mi Mitzrayim tasiyah. I lifted out the vine from Egypt. And so the point of these two fruits, and the truth is the dates as well, the tamar, is that the seed is on the inside, and you're ready to eat. You can just straight eat the outside. You don't have to break a shell or anything. And that's the idea of these fruits, that it's the opposite of the egos, of the walnut. And indeed, we eat these fruits, Rosh Hashanah. The dates and the simanim of Rosh Hashanah, as are brought in Shulchan Aruch, well, we're going to make Kiddush on wine. And we eat dates. And figs are part of the Shiva Minim, and perhaps you'd have that as one of the Shechianos or something. But at any rate, it's not foreign. And the same thing, the Rimon, he says. The Rimon and the Zayis are, the Rimon actually does have a shell, but the difference is that its fruit is the seed. So even though the shell isn't as hard, also, he doesn't go into detail about the Rimon, but he points out that it's not the same thing as either of these. It has a shell, but it has the fruit inside, and the seed is the fruit. And the olive is also, you can't just eat an olive, even though it's similar to the date, for example, where the seed is on the inside and the fruit is on the outside. You can't just bite into an olive. You have to cure it in vinegar or brine. And notice that we don't eat that on Rosh Hashanah as well. It's not a concept to eat an olive, perhaps because we don't eat sour things. Just like the olive, you have to soak it in brine before you eat it. So what's the concept of the fruit on the outside? It means a revealed good, not a broken concept of breaking out the hidden and so forth. But it's the good is more revealed. Even though by wine we say nichnas yain yotzei sod, that the wine goes in and the secret comes out, and it's through crushing the grape. But it's not the same thing as an olive, where you crush the olive, or you crush the egos, and then you cure the olive. But we do eat the rimon, which represents many mitzvos, and we eat these other fruits where it doesn't have where it doesn't have a shell, and you can eat it straight away because we want the revealed good.